Frank Show. Welcome to the Frank Show. Welcome to the Frank Show. It's been a long time since I did the Frank Show. It feels like a long time since I did the Frank Show. A lot of people want to know what has happened to Frank and what's happened to this mysterious Frank Show. So today it is actually Thursday, June 28th. Thursday, June 28th, 2018. And it's been about 2 weeks since you heard from me. And normally I would just do my Frank Show and put myself on my my normal audio logs and my recording logs. But I got a lot to tell you today. I got a lot to tell you. Do a lot of people think that is methamphetamine the gateway to hell? Is methamphetamine the gateway to hell? Some people say marijuana is a gateway drug. Some people say methamphetamine is a gateway drug. This is the Frank Show. Let me give you a backstory of the Frank Show real fast before I continue. I've been alone for the past 4 years. No one's told me nothing, done nothing for me. I don't even know the supernatural is real. I've been alone for 4 years. I believe I have real voices. I'm disappearing with the Holy Spirit. And it gets even crazier now. The sounds of the devil or demon are coming out of my spine. As this progression of this painful metamorphosis is continuing. Once again, my name is Frank Gaona. Let me give you a backstory of the Frank Show real fast. For years, I don't know the supernatural is real. Nobody's given me nothing, told me nothing, or done nothing for me. I don't even know if my daughter's alive, and tomorrow's her birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the rapture of Jesus Christ, you tell me. I'm in the city of Fontana and the great state of California in the San Bernardino County, Frank Gaona. It's an interesting site. I got a lot to tell you. The last time I did the Frank Show was about 2-3 weeks ago. This is the last time I done the Frank Show, about 2 or 3 weeks. Once again, if anyone says different about me, tell them to remind me. Remind that young man with long hair what has happened in 4 years. I've been alone for 4 years. I know the supernatural is real, and this is one of these days where you really need Jesus. You really need Jesus Christ. This is the Frank Show. I woke up one day and I felt dirty. I felt painful. I felt shame. I felt ugly, and I said, you know what? I gotta write a diary. I gotta make a diary or something of what I'm going through. I have to make a diary or something of what I'm going through because I hear voices making fun of me, people messing with me, people fucking with me, and all day 24/7. So I'm doing my diary as well as telling the world what I'm going through, and the spiritual warfare that I'm going through to prepare you. Well, let me give you a quick before the government comes in any minute, Umbrella or Raccoon City or some crazy shit that's going to happen. I got a lot to tell you. Okay, so I brought my camper. I got my camper in about 2 weeks ago. I got paid on a Friday. And I said, I'm going to go cash my check. Cash my fucking check. So I go get my check. Okay, so I go looking for my uncle and he wasn't home. What do I do? So then I go park at Home Depot and this black dude comes up. I'm parked at the Home Depot right here in off of the 99 cents there in Fontana. I'm in my pickup truck and I got a camper in my pickup truck. I got a big green truck with a camper. And I'm sitting in there and I'm drinking and I'm rock and rolling it and I'm feeling pretty good. I was like, I'm at war. I got post-traumatic stress syndrome. I'm at war. And I see this black dude from far as African American. He's like, hey. Long story short, he's getting a little high and I really like to talk about it on the Frank Show. But I ended up sitting in my truck the whole night. And as I'm sitting in my truck the whole night, I could hear voices and people screaming. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. What's going on? Sounds of the Antichrist. Is the Antichrist real? Yeah, you tell me. I really didn't even feel like doing the Frank Show tonight. My body is in so much pain. I feel stuck. I feel things in my body and my bones and my ligaments and my nerves, and I feel stuck. I'm sitting in my truck. I hear the voice of something growling. I never had the courage to look out the windows. Ladies and gentlemen, the end is near. You think I'm crazy, ladies and gentlemen? You think I'm nuts, ladies and gentlemen? You think I'm full of shit, ladies and gentlemen? No. The end is near. I ended up at my Uncle Sammy's house. I parked my truck out there, and while I was sitting out there, I was on a good one. I'm on a good one or I'm drunk, don't go home. If I'm drunk or if I'm on one, if I smell like cigarette, my parents won't let me home. Oh, I'm trying to relate to the public, and as I'm building a relationship with my listeners, I'm 30 years old, I live with my parents. Most of the time I'm in the streets. And I'm sitting in my truck parked in front of my uncle's house. Well, now it's time for me to go home. I got to go home now. I got to go to work. I tried to turn on my truck. My truck wouldn't start. And I'm like, what do you mean my truck wouldn't start? My battery died. So I go get me a jump start. As I try to get a jump start, my truck got stuck. Me and my truck, we kind of got stuck in this twilight zone. Well, this preparation of this war that people thought I was imagining in my head is actually taking place. A lot of people said, oh, he evolved, Frank evolved, but don't tell him it's real. And every day he thinks the world is going to end. Every day I think the world is going to end. Every day I think the world is going to end. Signs of the Antichrist. How do you identify the Antichrist? Well, people say an angel has the voice of a multitude. The angel has the voice of a multitude. Well, to believe the world was going to end or anything, God took me on a trip. A lot of people said I wasn't myself. A lot of people said I wasn't myself. I even came outside with a machete. As I speak these words, I hear a woman screaming outside. I hear a woman screaming outside of my window at my 2 or 3 o'clock. What's coming for everybody? I don't know. What's killing everybody? I don't know. Are people dying? Yeah. You're probably hearing me tonight and you're gone tomorrow. You're probably hearing me tonight and you're gone tomorrow. So I'm sitting there in my... Let me have a sip of my coffee real quick. This story took place in the city of Fontana, and I want the world to know exactly what's going on to me. It's all a giant conspiracy to gang up on a man with real voices. I don't know this is real. This is a good cup of coffee, by the way. I don't even know I got real voices. And it really is a crazy trip. I'm sitting there in my truck. I don't see nobody outside. I don't see nobody outside, ladies and gentlemen. And as I described to you exactly what happened, let me give me a moment to sip my coffee and try to just go back to what happened to me that night. I ended up parked there at my uncle's house for about a week. By the grace of God, I'm back home at my mom's. I got to go back tomorrow to go try to start my truck. I got stuck out there for quite some time, and if you have a family and you're trying to survive, well, I think I'm the man you need to hear. If I got a family and you're trying to survive, well, a man doesn't hear people screaming from out of thin air. There's a war taking place outside, and they're trying to tell you that there's not a war, or they're trying to comfort you, or they're trying to make fun of me, or they're trying to push people away from me. But if anyone's left out there and you're trying to survive, then I think I'm the man you need to listen to. I'm trying to survive. This is the Frank Show. Is this the rapture of Jesus Christ? I believe so. Why am I hearing people crying and screaming and nobody's there? How am I hearing people crying and screaming and nobody's there? So I'm sitting in my trader one night. I fell in love with this coffee. And I asked myself, damn it, what happened to my fucking truck? It doesn't want to start. Like the devil fucked with it. The devil messed with my truck and he got me stuck there. So I'm sitting there. A lot of people are probably fighting out right now. I got real voices. I'm disappearing, and you can't tell. And I don't even know this is real. And you can't leave me money. You can't leave me money. You can't tell me this is real, right? I think celebrities are spying on me, and I think people are spying on me and messing with me. But I don't know if it's true. Everything I eat tastes funny, and everything I drink makes me sleep. I sleep more than I'm awake. Gathering the strength today to do the Frank Show has actually been. I'm thankful to have the strength to do the Frank Show at the moment. I'm sitting in my truck, and as I'm sitting in my truck one night, I had my cell phone on and I was hearing music. It's invigoration of remembering that I came back. I feel them disrespecting the resurrection or the communion of saints. And I feel heavily that the communion of saints or the resurrection, the Catholics will probably understand that more than anyone else. That those like the Roman Catholics or the Catholics know what I'm talking about. That the resurrection or the communion of saints both have been disrespected to the highest degree. How are you going to hear angels out of a man's mouth, the voice of a multitude out of a man's mouth, or angels, and you're gonna say, he has a little dick, I own him, don't tell him it's real. Um, this embark on this journey of the Crusades. This is the modern 2018 way of the Crusades is taking place. A lot of Catholics will agree with me on that. That the communion of saints have been disrespected, and so has the resurrection. And as the resurrection and the communion of saints have been disrespected, whether you believe I'm a saint or not, or because I was getting high or drunk or smoking a cigarette or not, voices of angels are coming out of my body, and and I believe a lot of people have been disrespected by. I don't even know this is real. And while Tom Cruise and Scientology are over there studying the shit out of me, and then while Tom Cruise and Scientology or John Travolta or whoever's studying the shit out of me are messing with me, I believe there's resurrection, the communion of saints have been disrespected heavily. I'm sitting there hearing my cell phone in the truck, and I could hear these voices coming. They were all outside my window. I didn't see their faces, ladies and gentlemen. One just crawled out my window. And to tell you the story, exactly what's going on, I'm kind of fighting them right now, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like Adolf Hitler before he took cyanide. They're closing in on me. They pinpointed me. They found me, and they're closing in on me, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a bed in my camper, and it's on top of the truck. And I was asleep one night, and I heard growling. And I was ready for the trumpets of an angel to come out, and I was asleep. And I was like, why is nobody helping me start my truck? And I was laying down in my truck. And I really pushed myself in the spirit where I felt that there was good and bad coming out of my body to the point where I felt like a robot was inside of my chest. The results was robotic. The results of this war taking place through me, in me, and around me left me drained. I ended up like a zombie, and I was sitting there and I couldn't even talk. Was I fasting? Kind of. Was I hurt? Yeah. Was I drained? Spiritually, yes. I was heavily drained. If anybody could hear me and you looked after me when I was in my truck or out there, I'd really appreciate it. And in this battle that we're going through, it's a spiritual battle. Now you might think because I'm high or drunk or sitting there or anything, you should really need to notice that there is a spiritual battle. And about day 3 in this tour, in this battle, something happened that's never been done. And ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you something tonight. And as I'm doing the Frank show, I really got to do the Frank show quick because I don't know. I'm not possessed. There's no way in hell I'm possessed, ladies and gentlemen. I need to tell you the truth of what happened. I'm sitting there in my truck. I must have been about 3 a.m. or so. I woke up. I could hear people screaming and yelling. And this is the true story, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't want to give you the chills that took place in the city of Montana in front of my Uncle Sammy's house. There's a devil outside, el diablo, Satan outside. I asked myself. I'm in my camper, and I leaned over to the side, and there was these 2 eyeballs looking at me. I leaned over, and I opened up the window, and as I opened up the window, there was this man standing there. I opened the curtain, and I looked a little more, and this man was standing there. I turned over and I started to lay down a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, and as I curled up like in a fetal position, I'm facing the door of my camper, and the man was standing there. There was the same man standing there. My door never opened. This form of possession or this form of the spiritual warfare was taking place. Heavy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm hearing the Jackson family or somebody messing with my sister Lovey, I said, why are you messing? I can hear the Jacksons and all these fucking people messing with my family and my friends, and I don't know this is real. What's going on? I'm hearing LaToya Jackson saying, Lovey, what are the Jackson family doing here? I mean, seriously, I'm hearing the devil. I don't even know if my daughter's alive, and I can hear the Jackson family or someone over there saying, Lovey. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know this is real. They mess with my truck, they mess with me, and I don't even know the supernatural is real. I'm always alone. If anyone could hear me right now, I really am in a heavy spiritual warfare. and at times it's lesser than others. And if anyone could hear me, thank you for looking after me. Sometimes I'm drained, sometimes I'm not, and that really means a lot to me. Well, the next day, ladies and gentlemen, this has never happened. Coming from the streets in the city of Fontana, there was the devil was walking the streets. And ever since then, he got loose. These demons got loose. You're hearing them everywhere. They followed me to El Segundo. They followed me to it's about everywhere I've been going. The sounds of the devil are coming out. Now, you heard of possession. You heard of the demonic possession or evil possession or anything, but no, you're actually hearing like the devil in the streets of Fontana. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, why am I hearing the devil in the streets of Fontana? I go to AutoZone yesterday and I go to AutoZone and I went to charge my battery for my truck. And as I go charge my battery for my truck in AutoZone, the same thing. I'm looking around and there's all these people everywhere and I'm in line at AutoZone and you're, and the people look at me and nobody said anything. Nobody went to help me start my truck. Nobody helped me start my truck. Nobody helped me start my vehicle. No, I said, is this el último de los días? Was this the end of the world? You tell me. Or is this the beginning of the shape of this new generation that we're embarking in? Do you know Jesus? Do you know Jesus? A lot of people, I wanted to get out of that area because I was sitting at my uncle's house. My truck was broken down. And I didn't want to scare my neighbors. I didn't want to scare the people next door. I didn't want to scare the kids next door or the people across the street. I didn't want to scare people on that street. I'm sitting there shrouded in my truck. And you can hear demons in the street. I think you could. And I'm not trying to scare people for them to think it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. No. I just wanted to start my truck and go home. And I got stuck there for over a week. I'm not trying to disrespect people. And people say, oh, he sounds like a demon or he's trying to scare me. I don't even know this is real. Oh, he sounds like a demon. Don't give him shit. I don't even know this is real. I heard Jay Leno one day. I heard Jay Leno one of the days, and then he never made it to me. I was laying down in bed, and I heard Creep Flow Dollar. And as I'm laying down, I hear Creep Flow Dollar, and then I hear, what would I Creep Flow Dollar? And I'm like, what do you mean, boy? He's a pastor. Creep Flow Dollar's a pastor. And any minute, Creep Flow Dollar's going to come, and he's going to help me out. And I heard these voices, poor Creep Flow Dollar, poor Creep Flow Dollar. And I'm like, what do you mean? I heard Dog the Bounty Hunter, my brother Dog, Chapman, Mr. Chapman. Any minute, Dog the Bounty Hunter is going to come and help me out. Nobody made it to me. Nobody ever made it to me, my brothers and sisters. And if you could hear me today, I'm not sure how or why I'm still alone. I really don't want to do that. I really don't feel doing that. I'm sickened at all this that's taking place. I mean, there's demons in the street. And I'm drained. My body's drained right now. I've never felt so tired. If anybody's fascinated with the end of the world or what's going on, how do you fight this? It's in your neck. But the question is, how did this get in your neck? It's on top of your spine, right on the back of your neck, and it blocks your neck bone, your vertebrae. And as it blocks your vertebrae, it covers your left side of your eye. So from your top of your forehead to your left eye to your vertebrae, it blocks you. You might think I'm crazy or not, but it's almost like someone took my teeth out and put it back in. Since I don't know the supernatural's real, and I'm always by myself, and nobody wants to stand next to me, they won. Who's they? I don't know. The government? The Vatican? I don't know. Since I don't know this is real, and there's fucking demons and shit growling in the street, and I'm disappearing, and since nobody wants to stand next to me, since nobody wants to put up a fight, nobody wants to fight with me, then they won. It covers your left eye to your forehead to your back of your neck. And I could tell you the truth right now. I feel like Magneto with that Magneto lost his powers. But I'm trying to fight it. I'm trying to fight it and get my power back. But it's all over my chest. It's all over my... And then they say, we blocked his chest. Why? We blocked his ribs. Why would you block my ribs? We blocked his stomach. Why? We blocked his legs. Why? I'm hearing little girls screaming for help. That's what I don't understand. For the past 4 years, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know the supernatural's real. I'm always by myself. And for the past 4 years, I'm hearing women and children screaming for help. All I do is hear women and children crying for help. I mean, everywhere I go, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's at night or the day or the night, anywhere, everywhere I go, I hear women and children crying for help, and I'm trying to rescue them. Now here comes these celebrities, and for no reason, these celebrities or whoever are fucking with me or messing with me, and I'm trying to rescue women and children. Somebody has to protect señoras and niñas. Somebody has to protect and look after women and children. But for no reason, there ain't no real men out there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the last real man left. Somebody has to look after women and children. Women and children, I don't see the color of their skin. I don't see the color of their skin or what race they are or what ethnicity. No. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hearing women and children crying for help. And for no reason, you block my legs, you block my stomach, you block my ribs, you block my spine, you block my head, you block my ears, you block my hands, you block this. You poison me, you study me every day. I don't even know the supernatural's real. I don't even know what the hell is going on. I've been alone for 4 fucking years. Tell them to remind me. You blocked every organ in my fucking body. I'm always in pain. I'm draining like a motherfucker. And there's no real men out there. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not about the color of skin tonight. And if anybody has that racism or that anger or that hatred, then get it off of you. We need to come together no matter who you are. Whether you're an atheist or not, there's people crying in the streets and there's nobody there. What about the firefighters or the police? Nobody came. The sheriffs? Nobody came. You're telling me right now, yes, I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm by myself. Voices of the devil are starting to come out of my back. I'm disappearing. There's something in my neck. And I'm hearing women and children, and I still don't know this is real. Is this the kind of future we want to leave for our children? Is this the kind of future or world you want to leave for your children? What kind of future are you creating for your children or for your grandchildren? I was hearing my brother Steve Harvey the other night. I was sitting in my truck and I heard my brother Steve Harvey, and I was like, Steve Harvey, if you can hear me, come pick me up. When I'm in a good mood, when I sing, you can hear angels. When I'm in a good mood and I feel the Holy Spirit, when I start singing, you can hear angels. Let's get that gospel going. Let's get that gospel going. Let's get that gospel going. Let's start singing songs for the Lord. And then, without a doubt, when we start singing gospel or we start singing songs to the Lord, without a doubt of faith, those sounds of the devil will just go back into the wind. Now, is that true or not? I was hearing my brother Steve Harvey, and I was like, oh, my brother Steve Harvey, I mean, anybody's going to pick me up, and we're going to go have dinner, and I'm going to shower up, and let's keep going. There's a war out there. This is a war out there that's taking place. I'm not trying to sit there. I'm not trying to bullshit you. I'm not trying to get your attention or anything. We got to get that gospel going, because I'm hearing the devil in the streets, people yelling, people screaming. I go to AutoZone, right? I'm carrying my battery. As I'm carrying my battery, I'm hearing like the sound of the devil coming out of my hand, and I'm like, okay. I started saying a couple prayers. In my mind again and again and again. I'm praying. My legs sound like they're electricity. My lungs feel like they're clogged. And if you're hearing the devil or those demons in the street, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Without a doubt, a couple praises to the Lord, and those voices will go, Lord, they're just voices. Understand those voices. Don't disrespect those voices, but at the same time, just pray. Keep praying, and those voices will go away. I sat there in my truck hearing the devil all night, all day, for about 2 or 3 days. I looked like I was in a trance. I looked like I was in a spiritual trance. I wasn't myself. And all around me, you could hear the devil all around me in the streets in the city of Fontana, and I wasn't trying to scare nobody or mess with anybody. I was trying to get home. And you're telling me not one real man could help me start my truck? And nobody, I mean, people try to help me start my truck, which I appreciate, but I mean, nobody said, hey, help this guy out. Take him something to eat. ¿Dónde están los hombres? Where are the real men? That guy got real voices. He disappeared. Take him something to eat. Go knock at the door. Go pray with them. Nobody did nothing for me, ladies and gentlemen. I sat there in the room and I was by myself and I was alone. I was hearing my brother Creep Flow Dollar, and I got up and no one was there. Well, Creep Flow Dollar, if you could hear him, well, let's get that praise going. Come on, what's everybody scared of? Oh wait, I don't know. This is real. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know this is real. Now here's where it gets interesting. I came back one day and I was laying down. The Secret Service were everywhere. They went house to house fast. They hit that street so fucking fast. The Secret Service. They had every. I could hear a choir of children underneath me. I'm sitting in my truck and I could hear a choir of children and they were praying. I could hear people singing songs and praying, and a saint will come rescue me. A saint will come rescue me. A saint will come rescue me. Ladies and gentlemen, if I let you down, I'm sorry. I wanted nothing more than to find where you are, and I wanted nothing more than to rescue you and take you back home and light up the night with angels and sing with you. And I've heard so many women and children singing to me that night. So I laid down in my truck and something started coming out of my spine. And the next morning I could hear Sal and Piccolo, and I could hear Kari from Digimon, and then I could hear freaking Stone Cold Steve Austin himself. I could hear Stone Cold Steve Austin himself, and as I could hear these people singing songs to the Lord and praising and everything, I'm sorry if I let you down. And they started counting people's bodies, and the signs of the mark of the beast are taking place. This is really happening in the streets of the city of Fontana. There's something out there alive right now, ladies and gentlemen, and it's alive and it's growling. Ladies and gentlemen, something's alive out there and it's growling out the window. They were testing people's blood if they're negative or positive. As they were testing people's blood if they were negative or positive, they were arresting people for the stupidest reasons, and when they arrest them, they were pretty much never coming home. If there's anyone left out there, my name is Frank gaona. It's kind of like how am I still by myself in 4 years? But I could hear people singing underneath me, and then they were messing with people's families, and it's all government. It's all government. The government it was no one else but the government. They might try to say they were cartels, and they might try to say it was the government. It's the government, and then they were sending people on fucking witness protections or some shit, and say giving them welfare cards, or here's your welfare card, and you got to go live there, and you got to go live there, and you got to go live there. They were telling people where to live and where to go, and I got close to finding them, and then I fell asleep, and they messed with my spine again. And I'm trying to survive, and if anyone's out there, then come find me. This is the Frank Show, brothers and sisters, and if you believe in the Lord, you need Jesus. Like I said, I went to AutoZone, and you could hear the devil everywhere. And is this some kind of sick game that they're doing to me? I think so. Is this a sick game that people are messing with me? There's demons in the street, and nobody can tell me this is real. No firefighter has came to rescue me. No police officer has came to rescue me. No sheriff, no detective, no FBI, no cartel, no anyone. Anyone or everyone. Anyone. I'm speaking to anyone, everyone. Nobody has came to rescue me, and then there's something alive in the streets out there, and every night you hear people screaming. Is there still hope out there? Yeah, the sun's about to go down soon, and as the sun's about to go down, you can only wonder what's happening out there. So I came outside with the machete, and the cops got there pretty quick. They didn't arrest me. I was hoping I'd save my family. I could hear them crying all night. It's in your vertebrae. If anyone could hear me, I don't know this is real. Nobody wants to do nothing for me. That's it for the Frank Show. I'll keep you in touch.